Hey guys, Kurt Siebold here with you once again to continue our discussion about using rock painting as a means to evangelistic outreach. We talked about it in my video about no gospel tracts, no problem as one method to spread the good news. And I'm right now putting this Mod Podge stuff, that right there, on my man Donatello, my favorite Ninja Turtle growing up. My daughter painted this one, and I'm just sealing it right now with the Mod Podge. So I'll set that aside for right now. So yeah, since the last video, it's been a few days. We've been progressing quite a bit. This is our area right here in our kitchen. It's covering the kitchen table up. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about this as if you guys are sitting right down with me right now. It's going to be very laid back. Try not to make this video too long, but I'll try to give you a little bit more information than what I gave last time. But I think this is just a fantastic way to get the gospel out there. I mean, it's sort of an indirect way, sure. It's still indirect because you're sending someone to a website. We're going to use fullyfreefilms.com on most, if not all, of these rocks. You can see that right there on that one. It's still drying yet. But yeah, so then of course that's Ray Comfort's ministry, and you can use any website you want. There's all kinds of them out there besides Ray Comfort stuff. But that's what I'm using, so yeah, there you go. So let me show you guys some of the rocks that we have going on here. Let me just show you some of the ones I've been working on. Now, I'm a huge video game nerd, or at least when it comes to the good classics. I don't really video game much anymore, but I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 84, so I grew up in the golden age of video games, and that's the Nintendo system that I'm referring to, and the Nintendo consoles after that. But so what I got here, now this doesn't look that great. I tried to do the best that I could. It's a heart-shaped rock, as is this one. So what did I try to do? I tried to make a Zelda heart, a Legend of Zelda heart. Let me just show you guys what I tried to do. Hold on. I brought this up, so I wanted to show you guys this later. But I tried to do something like that, and I thought, well, I'll use the glittery red and then the gold glitter for the design. And it didn't turn out quite the way that I had hoped, but it is what it is. You can kind of see an outline. So I marked it in black marker. I use this ultra fine black marker, and these are all ultra fine black markers, but not except for that one. But anyway, you know, so I used that to kind of outline it, and I was going to cover it up. Didn't cover everything up, but that's what I have right there. So then on the back side, I originally had fullyfreefilms.com, seen by millions. I was going to leave it at that, but then I'm like, you know what? I have an idea. If my phone will focus, but it says get a new heart at in the website. And then I painted in the Triforce, so that when people see this, they're probably thinking, that kind of looks familiar. Is that supposed to be a Zelda reference? So I painted the Triforce in there to tell them that you know, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a Zelda reference. This heart is. So I have two of those. And then I made this one. It's a different heart piece, a heart container from a different Legend of Zelda game. This is from Breath of the Wild, which is a fantastic game, by the way. Oh, and speaking of which, I have my Nintendo Switch right here. Yes, this is my favorite Nintendo console. You can see me in the reflection right there. By the way, as a heads up, my next No Gospel Tracks, No Problem video is probably going to be about this little device right here, using video games to share the gospel. And yes, it can be done. I'll talk about that in that video. So anyway, this is more of an Ocarina of Time Zelda container right here, or a heart container. So again, fullyfreefilms.com, and then I wrote in there with the ultra-fine Sharpie marker, get a new heart at that. And of course, we as Christians understand that reference, get a new heart. Seen by millions, free short Christian films. I wrote on this one specifically. So yeah, I was actually thinking maybe on some of these bigger rocks I can write in there somewhere YouTube, and then have my channel name in there, Parade the Gospel, just so that people can go somewhere and find out, you know, who it was who actually made it. You know, if I reach a Christian, somebody who's already a Christian, already a believer, maybe we can, you know, meet new believers that way or something. So I don't know. It's just an idea. So yeah, there's that one, and I'm going to make another one actually. I'm going to do this design again on this rock. Instead of the sparkly red in the background, I'm just going to use this metallic red. I just think that'd be a little bit easier to do. The red stuff, it takes forever to dry, and it's not as red because it's not thick enough. It's just, I don't know, I'm going to try this kind of red. So yeah, it's another heart-shaped rock, and then I'll do this design again as well, probably with this rock right here. And then this one over here, I think I'm going to make this one into a volcano. See, it kind of looks like a mountain. I'll have a little pool of lava right here flowing downwards, and oh yeah, that's, I was having this discussion with myself earlier. I'm like, oh, why did I buy this again? I got this yesterday, this metallic antique gold color. And I'm like, why did I buy that again? I can't remember. I was going to use that for something, and that's what I was going to use it for. Maybe for the color of the mountain, mix it in with a little bit of another color, like a brown or something like that. I think it would turn out perfect. So anyway, what you want to do is you find a rock, and then what you want to do is wash it, use soap, scrub it down, let it dry, and then you paint. And there's all kinds of different paints that you can use. Just go to your Walmart or Hobby Lobby. There's just an example of what we use, all sorts of different kinds of stuff. This paint right here came from this kit. I showed you guys that in the other video that was purchased at Hobby Lobby. So you paint your rock. Once you got it painted, and of course you can use markers as well. Once you got it painted, you finish it off with that Mod Podge stuff and you seal it. So that's what I was doing right here with Donatello. Let me just kind of get the finishing touches. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but you know, I'm trying. Did she write something on the back yet? I think, yep, fullyfreefilms.com. This one right here, this one I bought at a store. I was trying to copy, or I was thinking of copying this exact text, that exact font right here. I tried doing some practicing down there. I'm not very good at this. And by the way, one of the reasons why this doesn't turn out exactly the way that I had hoped is because I'm just new at this. I'm completely a beginner. So I'm trying to do this the best that I can. This one's kind of hard to see. Chloe must have made this one right here. It's a face, and then on the back it's got fullyfreefilms.com on it. So yeah, so you finish it off with that stuff. This stuff dries pretty quick, and that just kind of adds like a seal to it. Just kind of seals everything in there. And then what you want to do after that, take you guys outside. Sorry for the messy house. Turn my flashlight on. I got this stuff drying right now out here. So you want to buy something like this. This is what I use. This Krylon Clear Gaze Triple Thick Crystal. It says bright glass-like coating, superior high gloss finish. Originally I bought this other stuff right here. It's this stuff that says clear on it, but I didn't read that bottom part, flat crystal clear. I wanted something that said gloss on it. So anyway, I've got a couple of things drying out here right now. My daughter made this one, Rejoice. That's actually similar to the one that I just talked about, and she did a pretty good job, I think. And she has fullyfreefilms.com. This one, she was trying to make an M&M based on the picture that we saw online, an M&M that got bitten out of. I think she drew a face right there, kind of frowning, and the M down there for the M&M. fullyfreefilms.com. And this one right here, my daughter did, based on the picture that she saw online, so a tree. And there you go. And this one is Pac-Man, another video game reference. And my daughter did that one, fullyfreefilms.com. So yeah, it's just the shape of the rock. So have that stuff drying. Eventually I'm going to turn these over and then spray the backside with that stuff right there. Show you what else we have. Turn my light off. And there's my bike that I take to work every day because my Mazda is still down. I'm trying to sell that thing. But yeah, saving gas is always a win. So here's Michelangelo. This one's actually a finished rock, but I had to redo the eyes because they turned pink on me, or like a pinkish purple. I think because as I was applying the coat, it got that black and it kind of mixed in there with the white and created the purplish color. So just waiting for that to dry. It's probably dry right now. This one right here I was thinking of adding some kind of a text on there, something uplifting, and I'll probably have the website on the back of here for the Exit movie. which is on suicide and depression, and shares the gospel, of course. So my daughter did this one right here, Angry Birds, Super Mario Star. My daughter did that one right there, fullyfreefilms.com. Some of these are not finished yet, you know, they're just there to dry or until we figure out what we want to do with them. Some of these smaller stones right here. My daughter did this one. This is her idea. This little tiny thing. She calls this a sprout. So she painted a sprout. And on the back, she was actually able to fit on there. fullyfreefilms.com. So I'm thinking, hey, we're going to do a bunch of small ones too. That'd be pretty cool. So she did this one right here of an elephant. I think Dumbo was kind of her inspiration. Now I kind of messed up on the ear right here because as I had it drying outside, when I spun it around to do the back side with it, this wasn't fully dry yet. So when I pulled this off, that paper that you saw out there, it kind of ripped this off right here, that little piece. And same thing happened with another one as well. This guy right here, Leonardo. You can kind of see up here, it's a little weird, and right here you can see a little part that got ripped off. That's why. And my daughter did that one. We didn't write anything on the back yet. For the most part, these are the finished ones right here. So my daughter did this one. I think I showed some of these off last time. Let's see what else. This is my Super Mario Star. It's not that great. It doesn't, you know, it's kind of blotchy, but there you go. Again, I'm still learning. There's some more. My daughter did this one right here, and you see that gloss. You can see that gloss on there. It looks pretty nice. Some of these bigger ones, my wife actually did these. In the last video, I wasn't really sure. My wife did some of them, and my in-laws. Mayport, that's in Florida, where my brother-in-law is stationed at in the Navy. But yeah, they must have been doing that on a Saturday over at my in-laws' house, and I work most Saturdays, so I wasn't there. See, I don't know who did that one. Probably my wife in Appleton. And yeah, I showed some of these last time. So, Sing for the Lord, fullyfreefilms.com. My daughter did that one. Found an interesting rock, though, in Door County when we were there last week. This one right here, you can see that's got an imprint of some kind of a bird, it looks like. So we're trying to figure out what we want to do with that one. I just think that's such a unique rock right here. I want to be sure we know what we're going to do with that one before we do anything. And my youngest one, just was messing around, just did some random stuff. Not my youngest son, but my second youngest son. So yeah, I mean, it's something that brings the whole family together. It's really awesome. What else did I want to talk about? Is there something over here I wanted to show off? Oh yeah, right here. My daughter did this one. It's supposed to be a horse, and this is a nice big rock. Run free to the Lord, she wanted to write. fullyfreefilms.com, and here's a perfect opportunity to write my YouTube information here. Maybe my email address, perhaps. So I can connect with people that way. It's such a big rock. So yeah, a bunch of small rocks right here to do that sprout idea or whatever we decide. And then over here, on this piece of paper, I just wrote all kinds of ideas that I wanted to do. Maybe in the future, some of them I've already done. Picked up a couple of rocks today. This one right here, maybe I'll make into a football or something. Got, you know, Green Bay Packer pride. It's all over the place. I actually did a Green Bay Packers one. Go back to that right here. This is actually the first rock that I did. I think I talked about that last time. I just simply wrote fullyfreefilms.com on that one. But when I go to Green Bay, we're going to do some preaching actually at the beginning of the home Packers games coming up actually pretty quick. So I can leave these out in that general area and people are walking up to the stadium. Make some more Packers ones. So I was thinking maybe that football, I can draw the football but then have a Packers thing on there as well. So yeah, it's just an idea. Wanted to show off one of the websites. You can go on your Facebook page and whatever county that you live in, like Sheboygan County, that's just south of Manitowoc. They have a lot of pictures on here. They're very active in Sheboygan with this thing, or Green Bay as well, but which is Brown County, or Green Bay Rocks, I think, is the Facebook page for that. So yeah, people just post the things that they find or that they paint. And I wanted to show this thing right here, saying just a friendly reminder to please be mindful of where you hide your rocks. Avoid placing them in grass. They can become dangerous if they are picked up and thrown by a lawnmower. Stick to playgrounds, trees, sidewalks, storefronts, etc. So just a couple ideas of where you can place these things. So yeah, I think that might be it for now. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit more into detail. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Again, it brings the family together. Just a great hobby to have, I guess, even just in general ways. Actually, if anybody's watching this who is local, if they want to either come over, borrow some of our paints, if you have some of your own paints, or if we can give you rocks, whatever, if you want to participate in this and just draw pictures on rocks, that would be super awesome. And you can just give them to us, and we can write the stuff that we want to write on the back, or if you want to write it, that's fine, and leave it up to us to distribute them whenever we're out and about. Or if you want some of these rocks, you can do the same. Guys out there, you can get your church involved. Maybe some ladies in church are very artistic and they like to do this sort of thing. Hey, that's a great opportunity to get together as a body of Christ and make these rocks up and then have someone distribute them or whatever, or plant them in places. We haven't done any planting yet. I'll more than likely make another video of that, of us planting some of these creations of ours. So look forward to that, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. So I got nothing else to say. So God bless you guys, and until next time, bye-bye.